Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? Today's video, I want to talk about dark conspiracies about Disneyland. But first, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button along with the bell notifications to know when I post new videos. Maybe share with your friends and leave a like. It'll help this channel grow and become bigger than what it is right now.
Conspiracy theories. If you can back that up with information, it's not a theory.
So the first one I want to talk about is no one could die in Disneyland. Now this is just a rumor. How would you feel if you go to an amusement park and you hear all these stories about people dying? Well, the employees uphold this law that Disneyland is the most magical place in the world.
Think of the happiest things. It's the same as having wings.
So they go to great lengths to keep this idea possible. See, the employees of Disneyland, according to rumor, is that when an accident happens, they don't call paramedics right away. What they do is they call the cleanup crew and security. Yes, the security grabs the injured party and takes them outside the gate. They move the body, and the cleanup crew cleans up the accident to where it doesn't look as bad as it is. So if the person does die, they die outside the parks. Now, if the paramedics get there before the security is able to remove them, there's rumor that the employees and the company pays off the paramedics to hold off the official report on the time of death of the victim, so the person dies at the hospital instead of on the park grounds. Like I said earlier, how would you feel about going to a park where people die on rides and stuff, or you would feel uncomfortable? Imagine staying at a hotel. How would you feel if you stay at a hotel, you find out somebody died in your room? And the next conspiracy theory I want to talk about is Walt Disney using cryogenics to freeze his body after he died to hopefully be brought back to life in the future, where scientists are able to cure lung cancer. I mean, there's TV shows that make jokes about this. I mean, look at Family Guy.
Welcome back, Mr. Disney.
Are the Jews gone yet?
No.
Put me back in.
Sidebar, there's a rumor that Walt Disney had a little ongoing partnership with Nazis and World War II and stuff like that. Hence the Jew jokes. As of right now, cryopreservation costs $200,000 for full body. Now, for just your head, it costs $80,000. There's a rumor that Walt used only the head portion of the process. But if he's waiting for lung cancer to be cured, why did he just use his head? Why didn't he just use his whole body? How does cryogenics work? To first start this process, you have to be legally pronounced dead. And then once you're pronounced dead, the cryogenics team comes in and they keep the blood pumping in your body to keep fresh blood flowing. And then you're injected with a specific type of chemical to keep the blood from clotting or causing brain damage. And then your body is packed in ice. And then it's time for transport. And at this point, once you get transported to the labs, your body is submerged in water just above freezing, and then drained of your blood and replaced with a preservation chemical, not like the ones they use in your food. And then your body is injected with a cryoprotective solution to keep your blood in your veins from crystallizing. Organs are then cooled to a negative 130 degrees Celsius, and their body is put into a tank full of liquid nitrogen cooled to negative 196 degrees Celsius. And now I see why it costs so much to freeze your body and hopefully live forever without Botox. Now, Walt Disney died December 15, 1966. The funeral was the next day, December 16, 1966. He had a secret, private funeral where only close friends and family were allowed. No one truly knows where his plot is, but the location of his plot is in public records. And public records are sealed away because he's a celebrity. I don't know why they're called public records if they're sealed away. The only way you'll get those records if you have a valid reason to get a hold of those records. Probably like a subpoena or something from the courts. Now there's two places where it said that his body is located. One, his body is located at the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction. And the second one is underneath Cinderella's castle. And this is his head part of the cryogenics rumor. Now I want to talk about how the rumor took off. Now in 1972, an interview from Bob Nelson, president of California Cryogenic Stasis, said that Walt Disney talked about being frozen and brought back to life when scientists were able to heal him. But this was all talk. There's nothing written down stating that he wants to be frozen. It was too late for him. Now the fishy thing about this is 2 weeks after Walt died was the first person to be fully cryogenically frozen. It's kind of fishy, huh? Now this rumor calmed down until 1986 and 1993 when two books were published. Disney World, go figure. And then there was Walt Disney Hollywood Dark Prince. Now in these books they talked about cryogenics and Walt Disney, and that's when the rumor started to skyrocket, and it picked back up in 2000. And this is when people started Googling it and started asking questions about Walt Disney cryogenically freezing himself. And that's when the theory came out that Disney made Frozen to cover the fact that Walt Disney cryogenically froze himself to try and live forever. Now the next conspiracy I want to talk about is Club 33. Back in 1966, right after Walt died, a few months later, in 1967, Club 33 opened up. Now this is a secret club that apparently opened up in Disneyland only for exclusive members only. Let's just say maybe for the elite. This is where they could escape the crowds and go drink some cocktails and have a fancy restaurant meal, and maybe even hold some secret meetings. To become part of this club, you have to pay a $12,000 membership fee yearly, and then a $25,000 initiation fee, along with a 15-year wait. This was a very exclusive club. Now, it wasn't hidden from Walt Disney. This was Walt Disney's idea for the sponsors of Disneyland to go somewhere to relax and chill. This is Walt Disney's pride and joy, but too bad he was not able to experience it. Now, the theory is Walt Disney was part of the Freemasons, and some speculate that the Freemasons are the Illuminati, and Club 33 is where they plan New World Order, Agenda 23, population control, chemtrails, vaccinations, all the Illuminati stuff. This is part of the locations where they make plans. Now, Club 33 has a numeral value to the Freemasons. Spiritual numerology. 11, 22, and 33 are master numbers, 33 being the highest rank. 33 is symbolizing spiritual consciousness, the death of Jesus Christ, the resurrection, and the ascension. Disney has a lot of Freemason symbolism. The design of the rooms being gold and blue, and the flooring of the rooms being checkerboard. Check out this comic strip of Mickey having Freemason symbolism from the podium to the context of what he is saying. Now, the design of the doors were made in special colors to be inconspicuous, as if you were passing by and you didn't know the room was there or the door was there, you wouldn't even notice it. It was like a magical door to a magical world. Now, the last conspiracy I want to talk about is subliminal messaging in Disneyland. But it's not really subliminal messaging. Let's call it subliminal psyche. Disneyland has these devices called smellitizers.
And the way they do a bunch of these smells is this thing called a smellitzer.
They pump different smells and aromas throughout the parks.
The smellitzers are underneath here. You can see them right down here, all along the road. Now I'm going to get down here. I'm going to smell.
Making you smell foods and places that are sending triggers throughout your brain to go visit or buy. So you're walking through the food court and you smell baked cookies or fresh popcorn, and you don't know where it's coming from, but it's triggering synapses inside your brain, making you think you want some. It smells so good, I gotta have it. So you go and you buy the food. Now, this ain't the only place that does stuff like this. It's not just smells, but it's temperatures. The Emporium. It's a shop on the main street that is rigged for you to buy stuff. It's temperature controlled, as in you're coming from outside and you go inside and the temperature dramatically drops to below 65 degrees to where you're freezing cold and you don't even think about how hot it is outside, so you want to buy a sweater. Now, this is a place where you buy sweaters, and before you know it, you're walking out of the Emporium with a sweater that you're not going to put on again because it's too hot outside. Now, the reason why it's hot outside is because the pavement is asphalt black. See, Walt Disney wanted to put Disneyland in a dome where you can control the weather, you can control the skies, you can control the seasons. But the closest they got to the idea is the asphalt and the shops. See, the asphalt is asphalt black, where the sun beats down on it and it's pushing out heat from the ground. So as you're walking through Main Street, you're going to continue to keep walking, going shop to shop, not even thinking about it. You're just going shop to shop to cool down and to ride rides. And as you're going shop to shop, you're smelling all the smells, you're getting different types of temperatures. Next thing you know, you're buying jackets, you're buying gifts, you're just buying food, and you're just buying stuff and buying stuff. Subconsciously, your whole trip is being manipulated to buy and consume. Everything in Disneyland is all connected without even realizing it if you look deep into it. So learning that the employees manipulate the depths of the parks to learning how they're manipulating your whole vacation trip, making you buy, ride, making you think you enjoy yourself and you're being manipulated to buy more and to consume more. What do you think about this conspiracy? Let me know down in the comments below. And like I said earlier before, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, share this with your friends, drop a like, and until next video, peace guys.
I hope you enjoy the show. So thanks for coming. Sorry I can't be there with you personally,